I don't know how this is different.
Yeah, I don't.
To me, like even to me, even having to go into this is a strangity because you know, as I said in my testimony, it's like kind of like, look, we have a presumed understanding that this is evidence that isn't ours, right? And the moment we start to manipulate it, like there is nothing's kosher at that stage. And simply saying it's an oopsie without providing exact provable evidence of how that was done, like how do you take someone's word for it? You know what I mean?
Okay, so basically,
But if you made an oopsie, why wouldn't you tell someone?
Yeah, and we know it's not an oopsie because he deleted first. He deleted the haha hee hee photos. Then he deleted actual evidence in the timeline that had previously been there. He then restored it. So each action was intentional. There was no accidental delete all. We know for a fact that wasn't the case because I saw it with my own eyes. You know,
so
he wanted to go down, but
Paul Hammerstein started asking Oxby a question, and then he said, "Can you look at line 654?" And as Oxby was getting to the line, he realized, Paul realized, the evidence is missing. It is not there. So he withdrew his question very quickly.
Why did they call Frodo?
I'm gonna lie, Hammerstein is real G.
And you lost
God damn,
all
he
of
survived
your
so
friends.
much.
Because he felt like he
Respect
could
that.
probably use hearsay or whatever.
And then proceeded to
would
say
benefit
that
his argument. But
All right.
Lucy came up to me and told me I was being witch
We're going to
hunted.
resume. Let's go ahead and have prosecution call their next witness.
To establish. Like that wasn't a given. We had to work to.
Sorry, can you repeat that, Your Honor?
Yeah. Let's have the prosecution call their next witness.
Oh yeah, for the last witness, we were calling up Alan Key to the stand.
You wake, old man.
Yeah, I'm here.
Paul.
Yeah.
All right.
I've been here.
even when people
Hi. Hey, Paul.
Whoa.
Hey. I'm not gonna get called today, am I? It's gonna be another day.
And why did you feel he's gonna pull a fucking dog in it as the bench coat?
Should have written harem under your circle. My grandson told me all about you, son of a bitch.
Wait a minute, mine's better.
That's why.
Wow.
What are you talking about?
Your
My
Honor, as
circle's
his
bigger.
ex-wife, I can confirm.
There it is, bingo.
oh shit!
What was the laugh?
That's true, actually. Sorry, that's his voided wife.
Why was it voided?
Wait, did you just bingo?
Did you even get sworn in? I'm so fucking.
No, he hasn't, Your Honor.
I'll take. All right, swearman. Thank you.
Go ahead and raise your left arm up to the sky. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, under the pains and penalties of perjury, so help you Derek?
I swear.
Witness is so sworn in.
All right, Key, let's get to the chase, huh? What's how long have you been with the department?
Really to double agent.
Since April 7th, 2025.
What's your position?
Captain of the LSPD, specifically Shift 2.
All right. Let's get to the meat of it, huh? On April 4th, did you and command members conduct interviews with officers?
Yes.
Were these officers at the time Lucy Fur, Paul Hammerstein Jr., and Bubba J?
That is correct.
With Lucy Fur, did you and command members question her in regards to a private meeting between Bubba J, Lucy Fur, Paul Hammerstein Jr., and Omar Little?
That was a portion of the discussion, yes.
What issues did Lucy reveal to command?
Did I change my lemon list to harem member?
Lucy brought up trust issues between her and us. She brought up issues with PNT, problems that she was having not being addressed. And she also brought up a very different lack of progress for her timeline to be an officer compared to others.
If he's enrolled in this case, wouldn't that conflict out Paul?
Interesting.
Yes, Your Honor, can I object and strike to that being hearsay?
I don't think so because he's not like
He was in the
on
meeting.
the
Wayne?
opposite side.
I was about to reference the exact report number that came from because there were notes on these from those interviews. It's really my next question, Your Honor.
Okay. Yeah. Well, overruled for now, Paul. If he's having Key specifically talk about something in evidence, then I'm wise enough to understand the difference between the truth and something someone wrote in a report. But it is, for the sake of that question, going to be allowed.
Okay. Oh, wait. Key, I know you can see this in the People's 18, report number 45005. I believe there's an alternative for the court docket. Let me get that.
Oh, is that? I think it's 46. I guess, Your Honor, I just for the sake of speed there, 46425.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe that's the one exported because of issues to attaching it to the docket.
Can I get the digits again, please? 46.
46425.
46425.
That's not coming up with anything for me.
Yeah, neither for me.
No. You dyslexic, Paul?
Oh, wait. Oh,
The
apologies, Your Honor.
marshal
This is the
report.
one where they provided a link
You
to
read
it
off the rest of his
to download
number
it
from
properly.
420.
Oh, I understand now. I think. Oh, sorry. Oh. Well, then I don't know, Your Honor. I'm just an old man.
46425. Hold on.
Like, I think it's like is it 45005? Isn't that something that? But wasn't that exported to 46425 so that I was able to see? I don't know. There's a whole lot of there, Your Honor. I've learned my lesson. I'm not going to help with
make
technical
this clear
stuff
for me, please.
I think it's because of the state marshal's report. Let me see if I could resubmit this through the MDT, and it should open up the access for it.
Can you just share it publicly, like the courtroom thing?
Oh, I just added to the docket. Yeah, let me do that right now.
You can also, Wayne, if you just want to share it for like an hour, it's fine too.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, just put
Just
it up
good.
as shared.
He may not have the privileges. What's the report number?
No, he shared
I
it
just
as
shared
public, so now everyone can see it. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, it's under
Easy.
shared reports 46425. Anyone with a tablet can see it. Great.
Events from Saturday, April 4th. Perfect.
Okay, let's go ahead with the question.
Sorry, it's a command report. So, okay. Do you have the pulled up, Key?
10-4.
From this meeting, how did Lucifer view command in comparison to how she viewed Frodo?
Originally, in that discussion, Lucy brought up a lot of problems that she had, which you went through, and Frodo and Bubba were omitted. It was only at a midway point in the discussion when Lucy was probed by myself and her Lieutenant Ruby York, where she stated that she did not trust us more than them. We then gave her an order to stipulate who them was, and she stated Frodo. So, to answer the question, she trusted the Frodo very much, and not us, not at all.
Why did Lucifer claim they trust Frodo more than command?
From the discussions we had during that meeting, it was because she had been told a lot of things, specifically things that were leaked from confidential command and P&T meetings, that led her to believe that she was either in the process of being fired, hindered for promotion, or ostracized from not only the department, but the shift specifically.
Is this type of relationship normal between an instructor and a cadet?
Absolutely not.
Well, what about Paul? Was he more forthcoming in his own interviews?
Paul was reasonably forthcoming. He expressed similar issues, given that they were both present for the meeting that was the original discussion point. However, he didn't have any troubles, with trust that he mentioned in the same way that Lucy did.
I see. Did you meet with Bubba J the same day after officers were spoken to?
Directly after the meeting with Paul, myself, Lieutenants Ruby and Oxby were in the chief's office when I received a text from Bubba J stating that he would like to transfer to Shift 1 because he needed a fresh start. At that time, we were discussing his termination. So in response to that text, I asked him to meet us at the chief's office. Before we were able to get to the specifics of the termination, Bubba was already enraged and really not able to hold a conversation. And we never actually got to on that day. We were shut down.
Oh. What were the topics command intended to speak to Bubba about?
His inability to take accountability, his blatant disregard for the appropriate level of respect and professionalism. He had been, the day prior, he had told me on the roof of MRPD without prompt that he was transferring to ODPD, which I allowed and gave my blessing for. Then, not 12 hours later, called me near the very end of the shift and requested a meeting where he backtracked and stated that he wanted nothing more than continue working in his home shift 2 with the people that helped him get where he is, and that he was going to stay. The next day, which was the day of the shooting, he was having a conversation with Connor Oxby, which I came into late, where he stated that command was failing and P&T was the crux of it, and that he had stopped 3 cadets from quitting not days prior. All of these things made no sense. He had also had a conversation with another officer completely out of nowhere by the name of Mona Keller, where he stated that he wasn't transferring to ODPD. He was going to transfer to the BCSO just to spite us. And if that wasn't going to be something he could do, he was in fact going to stay in the LSPD to continue spiting us from within. All of those problems were the things we intended to speak about with Bubba on the day of our shooting, alongside his general inability to be accountable. Earlier, it was spoken about the Hounds incident, which I'll mention for the court he received no reprimand for. However, for him, it became a
I remember I was
saying
sent on duty by Oxby
for his potential transfers.
Yep.
And from my perspective,
I was.
the straw that broke the camel's back was
Stop
causing
stirring,
him
you
to
asshole.
pivot from his role as an officer to someone that was spiting us from within.
Jack, have I treated you any differently since then?
He's telling a story.
Interesting. Is this why
It's supposed to be bazooka.
is this why in Lucy's interview she stated that Bubba felt like command didn't listen to him?
I still
and they took the other
but
side.
that was, you stirred too hard.
To my interpretation, yes. Bubba seemed to believe that because everybody didn't immediately agree that he was always in the right and that actions have consequences, and that as officers we stand to a higher power and need to be accountable and show integrity, he misconstrued that as command was targeting him specifically. Unfortunately for Bubba, the entire Shift 2 LSPD police department were not all shot down by the Hounds. Therefore, the entire Shift 2 LSPD police department did not need to be questioned regarding the shooting of the Hounds. He misconstrued that as a targeted attack, when, as Oxby stated in his statement and testimony, it was us trying to get answers, which he was not happy giving.
Why did the Hounds shoot?
To my knowledge, in a discussion with Bubba, of his own admittance.
Wait, yeah, no, yeah, this guy, wait, no, Blind, what the fuck?
Bubba is a witness.
Blind,
there's issues hearsay.
Okay, continue. I just want to make sure I'm being, for the record, I want to make sure I'm being fair to Paul. Because I overruled the objection in part, but yeah, I'm counting it as standing if any more hearsay comes out through this witness. So go ahead, continue.
In the meeting that I had with Bubba at the grind
oh
box,
no,
the day before the
fucking
shooting,
bro.
at the end of shift 2, he stated to me that during the hound situation, he
Oh,
was on the phone responding
shit,
to a
bro.
text, car parked, and they approached him and quizzed him as to why he was there, to which he responded 5 times of his own admittance that he was there because it was our block.
Oh, man.
He also elaborated to me that the final time that he gave that confirmation, there was a firearm pointed at him, to which he stood firm and stated that it was our block, referring to, you know, the PD as a whole.
Interesting. Last question on this topic before we move on. So he's just talking like a gangster at this point?
You know, that's not my decision to make.
Moving along. When you were discharged from the ICU, is that around the same time Marshall's assisted with the investigation?
Yes, that would be around the time, within 12 hours of, you know, 12 to 24 hours of me being released. Yeah.
Okay. Since your command, you would know this one too. Was Frodo Dachi put on administrative leave at that time?
Frodo Dachi was placed on administrative leave the shift after I exited the ICU, so yes.
Okay. Was his keys and access revoked from him pending the investigation?
Yep. When you are actively suspended from the police department or on administrative leave, you are not able to act you're not able to act as an officer. Sergeant V. Gray specifically stated that he confiscated Frodo's key on his administrative leave beginning.
So this means he's not authorized to work or utilize any of his access as police officer.
Not authorized, nor should he be able to.
Perfect. When Marshall's interviewed both Lucy Fur and Palmer Jr. Oh wait, no, sorry. I'm gonna withdraw the question. That was a duplicate. Refer to the People's Four, and sorry, I'm gonna have to reference to you. Oh wait. Yeah, I'm gonna reference you back to the photo exchange with Rusty Bumblebear and Lucy Fur.
Could you direct where specifically that is in People's Four?
People's Four. 1 second. So in the blue highlight, there's a second batch of messages below, that are from Lucy's extended subpoena and Bubba J's subpoena. The second one highlights Rusty texts Lucy about what Frodo said, and there's an evidence number you can highlight and copy over to search and evidence. An exchange between Rusty Bumblebear and Lucifer. Does this contain information from communication between Frodo and Command?
The wording used matches what I was told was said to Frodo alongside the rest of you know, anybody privy to those discussions in a PNT meeting.
Okay.
I do think that the sphere stuff and the coercing of the cadets is the smallest part of the corruption, and the main corruption is the deletion of photos.
That PAT meeting, is that in the
and I
evidence
hope
list?
that they don't overcast so much on the funny stuff, which I think mostly the sphere stuff is funny. The actual, like, yo, I need to get rid of this stuff, and in the process, you delete evidence.
Paul, but don't worry, I'm on the same page.
And I feel like right now that is the biggest landmine that they may be creating if it's not underlined here in the courtroom, because I think in a different world,
what I mean is,
yes, what they're describing is corruption, but I think in San Andreas on No Pixel, these things may not be seen as corruption, but the deletion of the evidence, like that is no, like there's no really room around it.
And the People's Four.
Yeah.
Can you reference the photo in the first batch? Towards the end of the first batch is the one that says Fur apologizes to Schmiegel and has an evidence number towards the end of it. Can you pull up that photo of that text exchange?
Yes, I have it up.
Can you read to the courts what she said to Frodo?
Frodo, I am so sorry. I did my best to keep you out of this. I don't want you getting in trouble. I tried, but I felt like I was going to be fired if I didn't speak to Ruby and Key and your name got brought up. But call me when you can. I want to explain everything first.
Is this normal cadet behavior between a cadet and a instructor?
Absolutely not.
Is it ethical?
Inherently, as law enforcement officers, respecting the chain of command and operating, keeping integrity and accountability at the forefront, there is zero need for a discussion at any point between a cadet and an FTI in regards to conduct of their superiors, especially given the context of the discussion with Lucy.
Just one moment, Your Honor.
So you have 40 more questions to go through. Are we able to cut this down to like 10?
We need him to articulate why he was corrupt.
Oh, I think I did that with the MDT access. The rest is just more fluff for
Okay. Your Honor, we're just gonna ask for 5 minutes or less for going over the cutting down the questions, if you don't mind. Just less than 5 minutes, if you don't mind, Your Honor.
I guess, Your Honor, can I object to this for the fact that prosecutions had
that is the
weeks?
goal, and there will be a net save, then you're good to
Yes.
take that 5.
Yeah. So I'm looking
Let's
at
all
our
do
question
that.
list.
In
Yeah,
the spirit
yeah.
of it being a net save, let's all take 5 real quick.
Okay, you need to cut this down.
Yeah, food, Ruby.
Yeah, what do you need?
Food and drink.
Hey, don't lose sight of, and I was going to tell him this too, is like, look, in San Andreas, like the sphere shit is kind of funny. It may not be seen as the real corruption.
So sorry.
The real is the deletion of the evidence. And so
Yeah.
if 95% is talking about spheres and the oh my God and the drama, you may lose the judge, and the main point of things is, hey, did this guy delete something? Did he then delete evidence in order to make it seem like the ha-ha hee-hee that he deleted wasn't an accident, right?
Yeah, that's what I think what they're going over, and I just told.
I would double check that, and I may try to remind them
I
as
told
well.
them that we need to get Alan up there to articulate why it's corruption.
Yeah,
we articulated with you the MDT corruption of like.
Yeah,
we're gonna hit on the cadet and the PNT with stuff. We need to.
It's like the prize is right here, and for a while we've been shaking around like this. Hey, this other little dangly thing that has some relevance, but is not like, you know.
I'll let them know.
Yeah. Or have them put just kind of, you know.
You doing okay, Omar?
What?
Hey, Ruby.
You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Shit, he's almost 6 a.m.
I think the court case is going great.
All right.
Did you?
Yeah, so I was gonna.
I just hope you're not upset by the some of the stuff that's in there about you.
Wait, is there?
No worries. I put all that behind me.
Okay. Okay.
You know, Omar, you're a good one.
How we utilize that.
What the fuck?
Against the station, and how.
Why are you saying what the fuck, boss?
You know,
Oh, boss,
It was- It wasn't what we said. It was what Lucy and Paul said about Omar.
Yeah.
Wait, they're just jealous that Omar locked the shit in and made it through.
Shit.
Oh, person in the courtroom.
Yes, Your Honor. It seems so.
Paul's person in the court.
You want me to tase him? That's how physics works, right? I have a degree in human rights. not science.
Is he related to Lizzie?
Taste the
Oh, maybe
stream.
it's just checking how many inches he's got left.
It's up to you, Your Honor. You give me the command. I got it.
Mona.
No.
Mona?
Oh, okay.
What?
Mona.
Nothing else.
The one time you probably wish your voice was quiet.
There's bushes outside.
Yo.
Wait, who said what?
I said I'm gonna go get food. Do you need any? Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh, thanks.
Okay, guys.
My name is Frodo. From the shy I came up small, but they've been watching my shadow, like they wanna see me fall. Director Brian Knight on my back, like he know what I did.
She's still talking loud.
Fall on the radio. Now we act like I can't live, so I move real careful. Had Bubba clean up my trail. Told him shake my high command before they lock me in a cell. And I smiled at the cadets, let them think we share the same. I made them call me brother, now they loyal when I stare. My name is Frodo. Don't let go, don't let go. My name is Frodo. I've been hurt too deep to show. My name is Frodo, and I know what they won't know. I keep my face to the crowd and I let that old lie roll. When the walls started coming down, I got cold in my chest, so I deleted every file from my days at the department desk. I said it was an accident, but I knew that was a lie. Still I told the courtroom straight with them tears in my eyes. I built a sphere of influence, watched it grow, watched it spread. Vibrate, got a small sphere. Mine been circling the edge. Every name I touched turned warmer. Every doubt got pushed aside. Bubba did what I asked him. Now my secret's right inside. Don't let go, don't let go. My
Cutting
name
about
is
a good
Frodo.
chunk of 30 questions so far, but I just watched that.
Too deep to show. My name is Frodo, and I know what they won't know. I keep my face to the crowd and I let that old lie roll. If the walls keep coming down, then I stand in the dust and pray. Say I never meant to damage her. Say the truth got lost that day, but I know what I did, and I know what they see. Still I hold my head up high like a storm. Can't read me. My name is Frodo. Don't let go, don't let go. My name is Frodo. I've been hurt too deep to show. My name is Frodo, and I know what they won't know. Once I get that expungement, I'll join ODP.
No, I'm not joking. I'm actually not joking. It's for real.
And I know what they won't know. Once I get that expungement, I'll join ODP.
Big boy.
Have you made enough headway on the questions that you can proceed?
Once I get that expungement, I'll join ODP.
Okay, I cut out some stuff. I'm gonna simplify a couple questions.
Alright, proceed.
Okay. Let's start. Let's go through, skip through a bunch of stuff, right? Let's go
I'ma
ahead
get
with
the A's for the angel. I'll be the
Are you aware of messages being deleted or photos being deleted during the investigation?
Yes.
Did you find the deletion yourself?
A portion of the deleted photos, yes.
My man.
In the People's 9, example we row 404. There are photos that were
that's
sent,
why this random motherfucker was talking
to
shit.
numbers that weren't
That's
part
who
of
that
Instagram.
is.
Are these
Anybody got
photos
any
still
bleach?
deleted?
What's the report number for People's 9, please?
45-100.
Say that again, sorry.
40. Oh, it's results. Go to the docket posting. Look at the Google Docs, or not in the Google Docs, but the comments. There's like a Google Docs I posted. That's the People's 9.
10-4.
What year?
And am I looking for
Lucy,
texts
this
or
is
phone
be the
calls?
funniest chat I've had this week.
Text. So it'll be the messages.
All right, I'm ready.
Skip down to row 404.
You're breaking up with me?
I'm sorry, Lucy.
Should be a text of a photo.
Yeah, text.
Can you open this photo?
No, the photo's deleted.
This number that it was sent was does that number
What
match
the
anything in
fuck?
subpoenas?
I'll still make rats and I'll still give them to you anytime you ask.
To my knowledge, no.
Vicky's got 50 talents, but Lucy and one and one.
Were these photos deleted before
Guys, I'm trying to listen.
Investigators obtained us in photo subpoenas?
That's correct.
I don't know that for sure.
Were photos successfully deleted before the investigators could discover them?
Are you asking about these photos specifically?
The one I just asked you to look up.
Pepe, hold me
That would
back.
also be correct, yes.
I do. I love you, Biggie.
I'm trying to hear.
All right, let's go ahead and move along then, in the interest of time. Let's go ahead and have you read a few messages, all right? Referring back to the People's 4, let's review the third batch of photos. Jesus
You're
Christ.
welcome.
Yeah.
Please reference Frododachi text pred he wants to ruin Key's give.
Yes.
Advice and then
Stand by.
Yep, that's why we're here.
Yeah, look all weird.
Now you look sad.
the one piece of advice I give him is like that, you know, he needs to get up there and articulate the charges for him. You can't just like.
I mean, he can put it in closing, but
Yeah,
the fact
that
of
too.
the
All right, I'm ready.
The fact of the matter is, he's reading.
Does it read, I'm going to get her a super personalized gift that is also a slide at Key to make her feel guilty and propagandize her?
That is correct.
Does this type of emotional manipulation match his behavior around PPOs and cadets?
From what I've saw and heard, 100%.
Does his intended use of propagandize match his actions with cadets and PPOs?
By spinning a narrative that supports his feelings that Shift 2 Command is bad and non-supportive, and they have a general dislike for the people that he gave this information to, which, mind you, was not everybody. It was a specific few people, people that he felt close to, and that maybe potentially felt ostracized from the Shift. A Shift as the PNT head, that it was his responsibility to lead and help them grow. Yes, I would say so.
Okay. Were these behaviors replicated by the FTIs?
What does Pepe look like? Can you repeat the question?
Were these behaviors replicated by
girlfriend
the
from
FTIs
behind.
under him?
Specifically from Bubba, yes. Bubba shared a similar set of feelings and projected those feelings on the cadets. It was stated very clearly in Mr. Little's interview that he felt that Bubba had his own problems that he was saddling the cadets with.
Okay. All right, still within the People's 4, there's a second photo listed. Frodo wants to state his intent to transfer. There's also an evidence number tied to that. Do you see that?
One moment. Yep, I can see that.
Okay. Can you read the message he sent to Pred?
Howdy, Chief. This is Frodo.
I want to transfer to ODPD immediately, if you'll have me. Fuck Shift 2 Command and their witch hunting asses. I do not care if I'm alone being the only Shift 2 officer. I will make it work and make you proud. I will be available all day tomorrow to chat, or at any point during Shift 2 next week. I would like to talk before you make this official. If you accept me,
Roll
hold
Tide.
tight.
Round time.
I want to marry that.
Referencing the timestamp, this was after hours after you were all admitted to the ICU post Bubba shooting, correct?
2 hours exactly.
The timeline's a little shaky given the fact that I was in the ICU, but from my understanding, it would have been within 3 to 4 hours after. Yes.
Okay. We've already seen the one where Fur apologizes to Schmeagol, so next photo, skip that one.
Did you say Schmeagol?
And this text message was sent after Frodo received a text message from Lucy asking me privately at the cadet house, listed in the same in the People's Four, listed as Lucifer calls for Frodo to meet at the cadet house alone.
Looking at the evidence, yes, that is correct.
Okay. All right, we'll end it with these two questions. Does Frodo got motion like that to be a major influencer?
Without a shadow of a doubt, absolutely not. Frodo made it his mission to pick on people that had not built up a voice for themselves yet, and instead of helping them find the courage to fit the uniform, he decided to fill their heads with lies and the same propaganda he was attempting to fill Crystal's head with. He targeted people that didn't know any better and filled them with a narrative that made them think that the PD was not a professional bastion of integrity and accountability, charged and sworn by oath to protect the citizens of San Andreas. It was a group of friends where your feelings were paramount, and things like your captain and lieutenant not being able to stop policing to come and spend time at a house party were things paramount to us not trusting them. So to answer your question, absolutely not. Frodo had easy pickings from people that didn't know any better. Case in point, after Frodo left, the P&T department improved drastically as we changed it, put new people in charge, and never been better. His sphere died with him, empty.
His spear died with him empty.
Seriously.
All right. I had a funny question after that, but I'll leave it at that for the interest of time.
Oh.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll try to be quick there. So for your, I guess, knowledge of this investigation there, I guess you're aware that Omar Little was questioned and interviewed and recorded. Is that correct?
Is this the last person, chat?
Okay, did you,
oh, wait, no, wait, the defense has people.
I did not personally know.
Okay. As far as well, I guess a lot of the question there was, I guess, kind of Bubba's did you, I guess when talking to Bubba, did he bring up Frodo? I guess specifically at the P&T meeting you guys described there.
Which P&T meeting?
I don't know, the one whoever wrote these notes on
could you pull up the number for me so I can clarify it? Because again, there's been a lot of discussions. I want to make sure I give you the correct answer.
Well, this report 46425.
This guy not listen to any questions. He said you didn't get to talk to Bubba because he just started.
46425.
Yep, 46425.
You are aware that there were technically two discussions with Bubba. Are you referring to the one in which we were shot, or the one that occurred prior?
I guess let's say either. Let's start with one before.
10-4. During the one before, yes, Frodo's name was mentioned. Bubba made it abundantly clear that Frodo wasn't doing anything to help the cadets, and he had to take it upon himself to make sure that the three cadets listed, Lucy, Paul and Omar weren't getting what they needed and had a clandestine meeting off duty in which Bubba attended. Bubba made it abundantly clear to myself and Lieutenant Connor Oxby that Frodo was doing nothing to help them and that Bubba himself had to take charge for the good of those 3 cadets' careers within the LSPD.
I just assume they're trying to stab you.
Okay, and then for the meeting at the shooting.
We never got a chance to speak of anything. The meeting lasted all of 2 minutes. It was mainly yelling.
Okay, and as far as this meeting, did the I guess did Bubba did he organize having the 3 of you there specifically?
Police would know, so those guys are legal.
Well, yes, of
Can you elaborate what do you mean by that?
So, I mean, it's just inherently incorrect.
Did Bubba organize having the 3 of you there specifically?
At his termination?
You know, I voted.
Yes.
One of the few things I voted for was I voted
Uh,
because I really wanted to believe in them.
No, sir.
I knew it's gonna be like this.
Okay. So the 3 of you being there when he's being
Cautiously
fired and
optimistic,
terminated,
Brady.
that was uncoordinated by Bubba.
It's just standard procedure. When you're fired, your boss is there. Fortunately for Bubba, he has 3 bosses. 22 that. He had 3 bosses, which would be Captain Key, Lieutenant Ruby, Lieutenant Oxby. So it is, you know, by design that the 3 of them would be there.
Have you always fired employees with all 3 of you present?
Bubba was the
Objection,
first
Your
person
Honor.
I fired.
Relevance. This is. What does this have to do with anything?
Yeah, what's the relevance here, Paul?
Oh, just prosecution seems to be putting this out as some sort of coordinated attack against the high command, and just trying to further elaborate that.
That's the plan. There's going to be so much evidence. They're going to be like, I'm guilty!
Okay.
Let's see here. What else do I have to ask? I guess on the so on the day of the shooting, I guess you had did you have a meeting with Lucy?
That's
what
correct.
the fuck?
Okay, and what information did you convey to Lucy? I guess
that we had some
in
questions.
relation to I guess for the sake of this, in relation to Frodo.
Your Honor, asked
originally-
and answered. Objection, asked and answered. I already asked him this question regarding what she said to him in regards to command, and how she felt about Frodo in regards to command. This is already asked and answered.
Your Honor, I'd just like to rebut. I'm asking what he said to
Yeah,
her.
and
in
overruled.
entirety.
He's asking what he said to her, not what Fur said to Key. So overruled.
Are you asking what specifically I said, or would the overarching discussion that Ruby may have contributed to without counting my answer?
I mean, someone will call something, but you know what? I'm retract that, Your Honor. Retract that. Just what you said. Just what you said's all I need to know.
To be honest, in that specific meeting, I did not state much. Most of what I asked Lucy was clarifying to her if she understood the gravity of obfuscating the names of the people that were feeding her misinformation, namely Bubba J and Frodo. But the majority of the discussion was completed by Ruby with myself there.
Okay, and this conversation was to have some betterment of Lucy and to ensure employment. Would that be accurate?
Their termination wasn't up for debate at this point. They were not under any circumstances going to be, potentially going to be, or being quizzed on whether they were going to be terminated. The discussion was purely based on concerns brought up by Bubba, stating that the cadets wanted to quit. Therefore, we called all the cadets in that were available on the day, which was all of them except Omar, and asked them how they felt and what their problems were, if those problems had been addressed, and by who, and if those problems that had been addressed
Can an officer
had
get
improved.
this moron out of my courtroom, please? The naked man dancing and causing a scene. Thank you.
What did I do? She pushed me. What?
If I could continue.
She pushed me. Dancing, man.
If the problems that Lucy brought up to us and Paul had improved within the time frame of them occurring. which, without any confusion, clarified by me personally when I stated Frodo knew about this, to which she responded yes, and these problems are still ongoing, to which she responded yes. The discussion was to find out how we could help Lucy not quit and find out if that was even something she was debating, and get to the bottom of how she was feeling, what she needed. To which she clarified that Bubba and Frodo had not, as much as she tried to hide their names during the discussion.
Okay. And of all the cadets that you interviewed with, how many of them are still employed with the LSPD?
The only people that I have ever terminated from the LSPD for anything other than attendance are Bubba J, Lucy Fur, Paul Hammerstein Jr., and Frodo Dachi. So every other cadet is still employed from that class that was employed at the time of Lucy's termination.
Just sorry for a question of clarification there. When you say cadet class, do you mean like the cadet, like Lucy, Paul, their cadet class, or you just mean cadets as a whole that are all there?
Let me elaborate. Every cadet that was still employed from Lucifer's class is still currently hired within the LSPD as of the day she was fired. She was the only cadet alongside Paul removed at that time. They are all still here. I believe one of them is actually in this courtroom or has been for majority of the proceedings.
Interesting. So, from the cadet class they would have had there. So, you're saying that Omar Little, Lucy Fur, Paul Hammerstein Jr., trying to make sure I get all these names. I don't want to misstate anything. Sorry, hold on.
If you want, I could probably list off most of them.
Well, I had a list here just a while, but
I mean, I have a list, a mental one.
This is getting fucking annoying. This is like, for what? What is the point of this question?
Wait.
I guess the list well, I guess let's go through your list there.
Laos SPD, Britannia CSO, Martin, last name I forget, I do apologize. Nick Knack, Lucifer, Paul Hammerstein Jr. I believe there could be, that's it, or maybe one I'm missing.
Okay, so this Martine, Laos, Britannia, Celia, and Nick Knack, they're still employed, you're saying?
Objection, Your Honor. What's the relevance of this? We're like going in circles.
I'm just getting some clarification here, Your Honor. But
I think the clarification was
prosecution's
provided.
affirming that he stated that, then I'm fine with that.
Okay, Key, not your time, all right?
Let go
Sorry, I do
before
apologize, Judge.
it's happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's move on from the
I'm
point,
willing
Paul. I've understood the point. I don't. If you let me put it very plainly to you, Paul. If you believe that Key is inaccurate in what he's saying, then you can impeach him with something that you believe contradicts what he said. If you are just trying to expand upon the general statement he already made to the best of his knowledge, then let's move on.
I guess sure. I guess if I can maybe impeach just a moment there, because I believe you mentioned with all the names there included one Nick Knack, which in Lucy Fur's interview was mentioned as an officer who's no longer employed with the PD as well. I believe I guess if I can just ask this as a question there, Mr. Keeler. Is the only person from their cadet class, Omar Little, that's still employed with the LSPD?
Objection, Your Honor. Again, relevance.
I just want to get through this, and at this point, we've let enough of it in that to not allow him to ask this question would be silly. So overruled, but let's make this point and move on.
All right, didn't even ask it again there, Key, or
if you could, please.
Okay, I'll just do the truncated version. Is Omar Little the only remaining member of that cadet class employed with the LSPD?
From Frodo's last cadet class, yes, Omar Little is the only one still employed.
see what else I got here. Sorry, I just got so many notes I've feverishly written on here. I guess, is this the first instance of Frododauchi being under question for his work with the LSPD?
Objection scope. Actually, never mind. Retract that. Just move on. I'm going to let this move on.
Okay.
For the interest of time.
Would you care to elaborate like specifics? You know, has he ever been reprimanded? Like what called into question exactly?
Yeah, I guess let's say like I don't know, like go back to like maybe let's even go back to like beginning of March there. I guess like is there, as far as the time frame, I guess, has there ever been any other reprimands or disciplinary action done for Frodo in his tenure as PAT?
No.
Okay. I think my next question I got to do on a recall. There you are. So you know what? I'm just gonna, if I can just recall this witness for further questions there. Then I'm
okay.
I got no further questions here.
Any redirect?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Step down, Keith. That is the conclusion of the prosecution's witnesses. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Your Honor. We're going to rest at this time.
Okay.
Okay. Paul, call your first witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. The defense calls Bubba J to the stand.
Was he an actual list of witnesses?
I got too excited. I was having fun.
No, that was good. That was good.
I was having too much fun.
Our Lord and Savior Omar behind us.
So you telling me that Frodo's last cadet class completely fell through and was dog shit?
Do you swear or affirm
Yes?
the testimony you were about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, under the pains and penalties of perjury, so help you, Nikita?
I do.
All right. And this is so sworn in, Your Honor.
Chief GSN.
Hello, Mr. J. How are you doing?
you doing?
I'm chilling.
Okay.
Pretty good.
I'm very passionate.
I guess, are you aware of the events that transpired in this case?
Oh my god.
I've been feeding her all day. Some of it. Probably not all of it, but some of it.
I remember in my lemon list.
Okay. Are you familiar with the People's One regarding the incident involving a shooting?
We're wrapping up.
Okay, that's
Like
good.
the shooting, the command.
Correct. Yes, that.
Yeah, I was there.
All right. And what capacity were you involved in that incident?
Your Honor, we're going to object to relevance at this point and call into question the reason for this witness. If this is just
what's
character
the-
evidence.
What's the relevance here, Paul?
Oh well, I mean, quite clearly that the prosecution is trying to place Frodo as some sort of a scapegoat to actions committed by an individual, and thus try to showcase that. And well, I'm just looking to go further into that by questioning the actual individual themselves, Your Honor.
What charge do you think they're trying to scapegoat him for?
Ooh, well, corruption mainly.
The ooh isn't good.
Are you telling me that there is actually no relevance to Bubba J's incident in the report? Because well, I can motion to strike that, and get that removed. Then, if that's, is that
okay?
Am I listening to them correctly, sir? Your Honor, I'm just making sure.
I think what they're asking, Paul, is
I've run out of cigarettes. Are you fucking kidding me?
if you're not using his testimony to rebut the facts in the report of timeline or anything like that,
I'm going to bed.
then is it adding
Good night,
anything to my probing
Good night,
of
see you
guilt
tomorrow.
for the charges? So
okay, Your Honor.
you can skip the foundational events if he has the same view of the timeline. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, thank you, Your Honor. No, yeah,
Yes.
I guess I thought I had to do something to that there. Sorry about that.
No.
Okay, there.
For the record,
but-
attorneys, Lack of foundation will not be an accepted objection in my courtroom unless it's egregious. Proceed.
Aware, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. All right, Baba J. Did Frodo instruct you to commit the acts from the incident mentioned?
No, he didn't.
Did you feel as though your actions were in line with Frodo's, let's call it, oversight?
No, every action I took was my action and my action alone.
Okay. When you, from what the prosecution has provided evidence there as far as meetings with cadets, did Frodo prompt you to perform those meetings?
I want them to ask him.
No,
If,
one of the cadets called. I think I called a cadet, and they asked to meet with me.
he was
After they asked to meet with me, they said that we would be chatting for a little while.
that he was next.
And asked if we could go off duty and have a conversation. I think the main conversation was about Omar, and he was there himself.
Why don't you go up there and raw dog it like a raw dog?
Now, what did you discuss with, what did you say to these cadets specifically?
Okay. So Omar was there. He was given some details of how he felt. He felt like he no longer belonged. He wanted to join the gang and not
Your
be
Honor,
a part of the PD.
objection. Hearsay. Motion to strike.
Yeah, that's. I mean, Paul, do you have a response to that?
I do have a response, Your Honor, but not one that anyone will like. So we could withdraw with that one.
All right.
What a bitch.
Let's see here.
Say what your chest.
Captain Key's testimony regarding to your meeting. Is all of that accurate?
I'm be honest, I wasn't paying attention. I think he mentioned something of the nature of the cadets possibly I stopped the cadets from quitting. In that aspect, I remember that. I did tell him that, and I felt like the cadets did wanted to quit at that moment based off of how they were talking and the response that I got from them. So I assumed they were going to quit.
Well, we have interviews that
And
kind of shatter that. So.
And did you promote this action?
Like, did I promote them wanting to quit or?
Correct.
No, I told them I tried to get to the bottom of their issues. Their main issue was not being taken out. I talked to Paul and Omar, and I said, y'all pretty close to your final. And I said I could work on doing y'all finals to see where y'all at and if y'all would be at a good position to get promoted.
Okay. Did you ever convey to these cadets that command could not be trusted?
Your Honor, objection relevance.
Oh.
I mean, relevance being to this case about this all this fear nonsense. I mean, if I have to go through the whole spiel of it, I can, Your Honor. Yeah. So the prosecution is demanding that the spheres of influence are of actual importance towards the thought process of the defendant there, including the actions of Bubba J here for the incident involved with. And I'm just trying to get from the actual individual that was involved to get their testimony under oath and for the courts and on the record.
Okay. Sparks, rest assured that I will weigh appropriately the value of any testimony. But I'm gonna give Paul some leeway because I did the same for y'all.
Absolutely, of course, Your Honor.
Overruled,
Thank you so much.
But yeah, I'll parse it out. Go ahead, Paul.
Okay, there, Mr. J. Do you mean to repeat that one?
Yeah, please.
I guess, did you speak with cadets about command not being trusted?
No, that's not what I said to them.
Okay.
I told them that command wasn't fond of this class.
Yap. Gives a fuck what Bubba says.
And how did you come by this information?
Just from observing, being on duty. Lucy had that tattoo on her forehead. Paul, just from observing who command would take out on sessions and who command wouldn't take out on sessions, and how this whole hiring process went.
Okay.
I mean, it was flip floppy. Sometimes, I mean, cadets sometimes show up, some cadets sometimes don't. It just depends on the vibe that they get from their FTOs, FTIs, command. Some people get treated better than others.
Yeah, fair enough. Now, as far as the spheres that were shared around, I guess I could ask you a question, but according to evidence, you did receive a copy of the spheres. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, what did you think of them?
Honestly, I thought it was just Frodo being Frodo.
All right, at this point, I'm gonna cut you off, Paul. His opinion of the spheres does not and should not impact my ability to discern Frodo's guilt of the charges alleged. So let's move on from this.
On that, Your Honor, the people are going to motion to strike this witness. Clearly, this is not a fact or evidentiary witness. This is as far as the people can tell, is a character evidence witness concerning the actions of Frodo, not related to the corruption charges or the specific evidence that was presented both in the opening and in what has been received thus far. And so we ask as such for this witness to be struck in since his testimony is useless.
Is there anything in this testimony that is going to add to the facts and evidence and understanding I have of the actions? And when I mean understanding, Paul, I don't mean like his opinion of how I should view Frodo's actions, because I will make that up for myself. And his opinion on what they mean or what Frodo is thinking is speculative and not, worthwhile. Any thoughts on that? Is there anything in this that you think is separate from that sort of category?
I guess it is a question, Your Honor. I mean, I got 3 questions left for him that I'm going to be going through, and that's really it there. As far as in this line there, not so much more about the questions on the spheres there, but I guess again, just going to the motivations behind Baba J here and their disconnect from Frodo.
We have more to add if you would allow, Your Honor. Let go of me, Greg.
So sorry.
No, I don't need any further.
Yes, sir.
Let's I'm going to sustain in part related to the idea of his opinion on things. Let's try to stick to actions and not his opinion of other people's motivations, Paul.
Okay, fair enough, Your Honor. Baba J, why did you shoot the command?
Objection relevance. I'm really not trying to object here, Your Honor. The people just don't understand what the point of this witness is.
Yeah, Your Honor, just from the opening statement of prosecution, they're the ones that paired up this whole incident with Frodo's apparent corruption. So,
yes, because
just trying to.
Is what caused us to do the subpoenas. What are we talking about?
I guess you know what. I guess I could ask a different question if this is one that it's. I'm gonna wait for your stay on this, but I'm still feeling strong on this one, Your Honor.
You guys were already looking into shit before that.
Because of yeah, but listen.
If the prosecution didn't find that this was relevant, then why would they have added the incident of the whole shooting to this prosecution, Your Honor.
Yeah. Let's. Your point is noted. Overruled. See the question.
All right. Do you need me to
I just
answer the
think
question
he's
again?
grasping at
Yeah,
straws
please.
because he has no
Why did you shoot
counter
Command?
evidence and no other possible other motive.
It was just frustration that was built up over how certain things been handled. I started having pounding in my head, ringing in my ears, and I just blacked out.
I had a headache, so I started shooting.
What is bro talking about?
Everything lies about my frustrations that I've been having.
CVS was out of Tylenol, so I started fucking blasting.
I had a bad day. Like, what are we
Captain Key addressed me a certain way.
Yo, fucking, I built a house, so I started shooting them up.
He made me mad, so I grabbed my gun.
My daily stickers.
Oh,
and
I
I
wanna
decided
snap
to
his
shoot
fucking neck.
cops, my brothers.
Not going to, but I want to.
Thank you.
Okay. Following the incident, were you questioned at all?
We didn't have any
Or
Snickers.
interrogated by officers?
No, I wasn't.
All right, that's all I got, Your Honor.
Cheerios, so I decided to gun down my high command.
Yeah.
Bro really got his feelings hurt.
Your next witness, Paul.
Yo, he ain't wrong though.
Oh, they're not doing cross?
Sorry, I'm so lost. Get back up here, Bubba. My apology. For some reason, I thought that was redirect.
Don't worry, I'm tired too.
Okay, any cross?
No cross, Your Honor.
All right, step down. Next witness, Paul.
I guess I got. We'll call up Ruby York. Actually, wait. Oh, sorry. I wanted to schedule. I guess. Sorry, Ruby. I know that. I'm not sure what people's schedules are like. If Key. I'm just trying to be respectful to witnesses, Your Honor, because I know I did say I was going to recall Key.
Am I coming up?
Here?
Yeah. I'm right here, champ.
Oh, excellent. Oh, okay, good. Yeah.
If I may, could we get Ruby up there? It's late for her. She's
It's
usually
late for
off
her.
of
Oh,
the-
sorry.
yeah.
Whatever. I'll be here tomorrow.
I'll bring you up now, Ruby. I'll bring you up now. Yeah, we'll.
Okay. All right.
All right. Yeah. Sorry. I'm trying to be respectful to all.
Thank you.
Does someone have a cigarette, please? Someone. I do not.
Swimming.
I've got some outside.
I quit smoking.
Fuck.
Under pains of perjury and penalties. Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, you're sworn in under threat of almighty hellfire.
Slur in Australia?
Oh, God bless. Yeah, she will probably remove your kidneys, Ruby. Just be careful.
Go ahead, Paul. You're winning.
I would lose my mind.
Pal's
Could you please provide for the court there,
buddy.
your occupation?
I'm a police officer.
If I said to dig back up, bud,
I have some feedback for Wayne. But I'll discuss it with them
rank
later.
and department.
I think this is good. It's just the focusing on key bits, so the focus isn't lost. Right?
So originally, I told him specifically to write every single question you can think of, and then cut those down to relevant questions that aren't in your evidence. Because you have evidence, you have story, which ties into evidence. Story, which ties into evidence, right?
Let's circle tomorrow. I think generally speaking, this is going well. The only thing I have to say is the closing, harping on the deletion of stuff, is far more relevant than the spheres and the, and by the questioning, some of that may have been lost,
I vehemently agree.
What were
Which is
your,
why on my cross I dug into that really. So.
Very good.
Thoughts on his role, I guess.
what
What were
you
your
called me
thoughts
here
on his
for?
performance in that role?
Yep. Hell yeah.
When you can say stuff like that, they don't even know.
When I believe he was since
fair dinkum,
September
I
last
think.
year.
Well, I guess let's maybe see. I guess from maybe not that far, but like from the beginning of the year. What were your thoughts on his performance?
At times he needed guidance, but from the outward appearance,
Hello?
even though things were moving slowly, they were
Ryan,
moving.
are you okay?
I'm still in court. It's been going on for 6 hours.
Okay, and coming to closer to the
What's even
current date,
happening?
would you say that performance
You ever
improved?
watch Lord of the
or,
Rings?
Declined or stay
Yeah.
stagnant?
This is part 3.
I would
best
say
one.
stayed about the
Yeah,
same.
except it's 6
Still
hours
needed
long.
help
Oh.
with
Yeah.
academies.
I
Are you
mean,
killing
at least
people?
you're having
Run
fun.
sheets.
No,
Okay.
no, I would never do
All right.
anything like that.
Okay.
All right.
Um,
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'll talk
Did
to you
you
tomorrow.
have any disagreements
Have fun.
as far as
All
the
right.
ways he's
Bye.
Bye.
No, I was a sergeant and then a lieutenant, and I helped FTO.
okay? Did you share any thoughts or critiques on the cadet class of, I guess for this example, let's say for Lucy Fur, Paul Hammerstein, Knick-Knack, etc.?
Did I share any with Frodo?
Correct.
I'm sorry. I'm unsure of your question.
I guess I can be more direct with it. Do you feel that their academy class got lapped by other cadets?
Yes.
Okay.
It generally comes down to the effort.
Was there any discussions as to why this might have been?
It comes down to the cadets and the people.
I
educating them.
believe that commands were involved in,
Yeah,
I
some
want to say, a
classes
couple of
also are referred
PNT
to as fast
meetings.
tracks, some are fresh
where
classes.
You're
we
going to
asked what
lunch?
was
Wait, what
the
country are you
position
in?
Of certain cadets, because we had not seen them on duty.
I am
in
so
quite some time.
tired.
Okay. I guess the day after the shooting that occurred from the incident previously involved with, were you still in the ICU, or had you been released?
I wasn't released until the day after and much later in the evening.
Okay. Did you have any conversations with any of those cadets or those involved with those interviews?
The day I got out of ICU, is that what you're asking?
Correct.
Not that I remember.
Well, then, if I may ask, a lot of other things I was thinking of asking you on this, but they're just not there. Apologies.
Co-counsel and go to the rest.
No further questions.
Cross.
30 seconds.
Okay.
Nothing on cross. Ruby, I hope your pillow's as cold as you wish it to be tonight. Sleep well.
Am I good, Your Honor?
Be free.
Thank you.
Good night, Ruby. See you tomorrow.
I'm just gonna
Hi,
sleep on
Dotsie.
this chair over here.
Okay.
Yeah, feel free.
Tuck
All
you
right.
in.
Did you have another witness, Paul?
Yeah, I guess I recalled Key. If I
Oh,
could.
right. The clarification with Key.
Don't you worry, Honor. I'm gonna make sure I make some worth out of this one.
All right. You're still under oath, Key. I waved the magic wand under threat of an angry German football fan, both European and American.
I'm gonna watch you fall asleep, Miss Yor.
Who happens to like the initials in an S. Continue.
I don't think that's a real
What
dog.
the
I'm
fuck?
gonna be real.
You are tempting the worst kind of fate.
I mean, what's the worst that can happen, Your Honor?
Oh my goodness! Oh no! Oh boy! I guess I do have a clarifying
No,
question.
no.
I guess based on your prior testimony there, I guess you had mentioned that prior to this investigation, there was no disciplinary actions or reprimands to Frodo Dachi. Is that correct?
I can clarify if you would like.
Sure.
So, working in the trade of an officer, disciplinary actions would normally come down to something as simple as a DAP. The reason why I was a little bit unsure of how to answer that question was because Frodo had some. Well, the day prior to us being shot, he had been sent off duty. That wasn't a disciplinary action as much as it was a precaution, given that it was a scene ongoing where a PPO had been sent to the hospital, to which Frodo then called me after the scene and said, "Captain, I'm handing over my gun and badge to another officer because I don't know what I'm about to do, and I need you to come and pick me up so that I can be sent off duty." I did not consider that a disciplinary action. However, it was definitely problematic. That situation he was not dapped for. That situation wasn't addressed anymore. It was a simple, I acknowledged it and was going to deal with it. However, I was never able to because the next day I was put into the ICU myself, and Frodo came on duty without speaking to me as I was in the ICU. But other than that, there was nothing that he was reprimanded for that we could show proof of. But there's been some, back and forth, we'll say.
Okay, so was any of that back and forth? Did any of that involve Frodo Dachi's attempts to gothify the cadets?
There was a situation around when I became lieutenant in September, maybe November, where the batch of FTIs under Frodo's leadership, which included Bubba and another FTI by the name of Polo Ver, had a clandestine meeting together where Frodo stated very specifically that they were not going to be listening to Shift 2 Command, as Shift 2 Command was out of touch with the shift, and that he was going to be handling all hiring through himself and Peach, given that he could do that, to which I wasn't made aware of until months later. As at that time, it technically wasn't something I needed to, as I was only a command member, not high command. Again, he was not punished for that.
I was never made aware of that. That's the high command.
I was requested to strike that 'cause I don't think that actually answered my question.
Would you like to repeat the question?
Yeah. I guess did anything kind of involve around Frodo Dachi trying to gothify the cadets?
Could you
gothify?
Could you elaborate what gothify means, please?
I'm going to object to hearsay at this point. In facts, not in evidence.
Hearsay for what he said?
You're bringing up gothifying and nothing. It's facts, not in evidence. I'm going to object to facts, not in evidence as well.
What's this gothify thing, Paul?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Key.
I'm so sorry.
Did you ask one goth by the name of Rue Bland to dig up dirt on Rue Frodo Dachi?
It's fine.
No?
Right, it's fine.
Well, clearly
Gotcha.
my line's crossed here. Oh, jeez.
Can I just apologize? I completely and 100% misinterpreted. I thought I don't know what gothify meant, and I thought that was a fancy way of saying propagandize, etc. That was 100% my bad. And if you want to strike that, feel free.
Yeah, no, it's stricken. And as to the gothify question with facts on evidence, your previous question is stricken, Paul. Thank you for rephrasing. And the answer to the question about him asking a goth to get information on Frodo, he said no.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, I thought that was gonna be more to that, Your Honor. So, oh, jeez. Well, no further questions.
If you believe, Paul, that that did happen, and you believe that there is evidence to prove as such via someone's testimony or otherwise, feel free to petition for a perjury hearing for Key. But otherwise, excellent question.
Fair enough, Your Honor. I appreciate that.
Hey, what's up, Milner?
Oh, I think I'm sorry, Your Honor. I thought I did say it too, but no further questions for this witness.
Okay. Any cross based on that scope?
No, Your Honor.
Hey, Key, you're free. Thank you.
Call that a 360 no scope.
Did you have any witnesses, Paul? Was that it? I think that's 3, right?
Plus the defendant, Your Honor.
Right. Well, that's what I mean. Yeah. The 3 plus the recall.
Oh, sorry, Your Honor. I guess yeah. At this point, defense does rest then because we don't have any more witnesses.
Okay. Prosecution, are you prepared to go to closing or need a minute?
Can we do 15 till? So about 7 minutes just to finish wrapping up. And
Yeah,
that is it
that's
for the sake
fine,
of time.
and yeah, we're not coming back after the storm, so you guys will have until 15 till, and then you'll both have half of the balance to get through your closing.
Perfect. Thank you, Your Honor.
And there will be no verdict tonight.
He said God
God damn
I
it.
was so confused and I thought he was just using flowered language. So
Damn
I
it.
gave
No,
that
you're
answer, and then when he clarified, I went, oh, and I just.
Why are you pushing me?
Sorry, Rue. Sorry.
What the hell? He actually did though.
This
Like,
was all
they-
just
You're good. Shit show. Am I fucking hearing things?
They're trying to get me on
Hey.
perjury because I spoke to a goth about
Yeah.
Bastards.
They didn't corroborate anything between Bubba
Well,
and Frodo happened. They just made assumptions. But yeah, I'll let you speak. Sorry, I've been told a lot of talk.
You know, I did New Babylon what y'all couldn't do for damn months. I just want you to know that.
What is going on with you, man? I get stabbed
have you
in the
taken a
middle
look
of a
at that?
goddamn court case by some freak,
Oh
and you
my
stand
God.
over top of me, parading my body, and then you come out here and fucking say this bullshit to me.
You got until 15 till.
Oh, thank you, Anna.
I paid them to do that.
Good. Well, I want you to know they got paid back really bad. Really bad.
Yeah, but why does that matter to me?
And it doesn't.
They mean nothing to me.
I'll tell them to aim it for a vital organ next time.
I want
instead
you
of
to
just,
I want you to understand, all right? I'm the real fucking boss here. All right. At least I show my face.
Right.
You
By
see
the
this
way,
courtroom, you see how big my fucking sphere is? It's like you had to, a face fuck had to stand over there to give them any influence.
by the way, what is all of this bullshit? Is the LSPD just a
no.
bunch of fucking? This is
No,
like a
it's
drama
it's
club,
the
brother.
it's the ODP. No, this guy Frodo was doing some like he was like taking cadets and like I don't know what the best word to use is. Was like
He was saying that the top place
he was
favorites,
like,
right?
No, he was playing some like manipulation shit, but which wasn't the end of the world. That was, hey, you can get fired for that because we don't fuck with that behavior. But in trying to hide his tracks, he deleted so much evidence. It deleted evidence from cases that weren't stupid pictures. So actual court documents, actual like people's files, like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
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 So there's more than drama. I think there's like 90% of it, they're talking about shit that don't really matter. But the main thing is he went in there and just deleted a bunch of shit. You know what I mean?
I see. He
Yeah.
kind of sounds like half a moron, to be honest.
That's why I told it. I mean, you didn't hear what I said in court?
No, I think I showed up like ready to tail
Well,
it.
somehow it turned into Brian Knight did this to me. And they kept asking me these questions. And I said, hey, is it because one time I said he was... Which I did do. Yeah. But I mean, I'm
I don't
pretty
know,
sure
man.
I've said that to you, too. I said that to a lot of people.
Oh, you've definitely said that to me.
Have I? When did I say you were...
You one time on the phone call, you asked me if I'm that, and I said yes, I'm always that.
Oh.
No.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. anyways, I got a big sphere, Brandon. You know?
Yeah, I was wondering where your sphere was, bro.
Right over here, the right-hand side.
You're about the only one I can work with, and you know it's
It was definitely an
Hey,
experience.
can I just say we're sphere maxing on this side? You know, just take a look around.
We're assembling the Giga node over
Yeah,
here. It's
yeah.
the Giga node.
Look at my lemon list.
Fierce waxing over here.
It was an experience.
We'll definitely 25 after this. I just don't know what's gonna be after this.
1, 2, 3.
Hell yeah.
Well, apparently, you just said
I apologize for that comment, Captain. I thought it'd be really funny.
No, it was just him against.
No, I think to be fair, the most integral part of any of your testimony was that you brought up how
I thought Maxwell didn't care about the case. When she says she doesn't care, it means she really.
That one guy, the one guy that wears that one mask, and Brandon Valentino.
Correct.
2 more minutes, I think. It's a nightmare rotation on
What
the
didn't
license
come
and
out in the case is a lot of things we weren't able to prove. The reality of the reality what we believe occurred is much deeper.
Staring at my fucking tablet this entire time, trying to Picasso.
Wait, where's Rue? Hey,
No,
Rue,
you got it. Surely.
I'll get to your application.
So do I start
then.
now?
No, we've got so many cases. Once
I can start now. It's okay.
yeah, just pay attention to like what they're doing here, and Oxby actually said he's going to help show you some of the basics of patrol. So.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah,
I did. Okay,
yeah.
easy.
So,
Easily
okay,
done.
so I start tomorrow.
We'll go through tactics training. It'll be solid.
It's gonna probably in the once a docket case goes up. Yeah.
Okay, so tomorrow night.
Next 48 hours. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. She's
gonna think
there's
that
like
means tomorrow
2,000 to
night, by the way.
3,000 pieces
That's
of
smart.
evidence we're going through.
I can help.
Christ.
Yeah, it's soon.
Do you know who Blair is? You know, like he could have done 3 questions to like lead me to that easily.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, Paul's trying to work a miracle here because I mean, we'll
She's so eager, yeah. Oh, by the way, that application video exposed McAllister. He's not supposed to be flying that fucking thing around. Yeah, like
He just rocked up in that. That was not planned. He just went, "Hi guys, I'll get you off the dinosaur."
That's like
fucking wipe me out.
I had to like beg for one of those. So when I saw it, I was like, "Oh my god!" All right, yeah. It's like
I got some nasty stitches.
it's a it's a nice heli.
Paul's main case hinged on getting anything Lucy Fur related thrown out, and when that fell apart, he floundered. He struggled.
Which is why I stepped in and did the portion of the rebuttal. That like.
I don't think it was bitching either, but like the fact that
I'm sure it's gonna come up in his closing.
He can try.
he was even going
It's
in
not
there
a civil
is
court
just
case.
like
It's a criminal.
And they can ask for
I
partial
start
relief
tomorrow night.
as a civil case for malicious prosecution. If we're found liable, then that can be thrown out. But you can't do that now.
This all stemmed from.
I don't know. It's 48 hours. It's tomorrow night. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty good with time.
That's command member.
Your Honor, in closing, it was all just a big joke.
It is. With
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, that's why I asked him if I thought jokes were funny.
All right, sorry about that. Okay, we're ready to go.
Your Honor,
I was
just
about
for
to play a
simplicity, I'm
song.
going to share my closing publicly so that in case I'm reading too fast, you can follow along. Okay? There's a lot of references that I think it'd be easy to understand if you can read it. I shared this with the entire courtroom.
Oh shit! I don't have my book.
It's in the shared reports now. It's shared publicly for about an hour. It's listed Spheregate opening and closing. We're reading specifically the closing part.
Oh, hey, hi.
All right.
Jesus.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Your Honor, people of the courts. Well, hey, we begin this evening by telling the good people of this court and Your Honor that this was not a simple case about office politics taken one step too far. After seeing today's evidence and what you have have and will hear in testimony interviews, this remains true. Simple office politics don't cause a reasonable person to just delete evidence, trash photos from active investigations. Office politics do not force a good, reasonable officer to utilize a law enforcement's personnel and training as their personal ground to fuel hate for their own command, to sow the seeds of distrust of hate and targeted viscera. Faction maps aren't magic created to keep vulnerable new officers within the coils of a viper in fear of their
Oh, he
livelihoods.
reused my language.
The evidence presented today has shown us who Mr. Dachi was inside the Los Santos Police Department. We have confirmation on his position and intended roles. How they were and are defined. Mr. Dachi was part of PNT to guide new officers away from certainties, fears, and frustrations. They were trying to understand what they could where they could belong in the LSPD. They wanted guidance when Frodo only gave them grievance. Sorry, I think this line was supposed to be deleted, but I'm gonna skip over to Mr. Dachi did what he did best. Field a fire of distrust. He validated them. He was part of the structure that made those officers believe they were always under siege by their own command, unless it was Frodo himself. Simply reference the People's 18, report number 4505, or the docket posting to whatever that ended up being, where Lucifer herself declared in the face of high command that she trusted Frodo Dachi more than their own command. Look towards the People's 4, specifically the section Fur apologizes to Smeagol, evidence number, whatever, points exactly to the results of this manipulation. Look at the exact fear in these texts for even mentioning Frodo's name to command. This is not training. This is not raising the next generation of officers. This is what manipulation and deceit looks like. Prior to this gruesome outcome with a close member of the Frodosphere, as to see through testimony, Command via Oxby as one of the help assisting outlets tried to work with PNT with Frodo as the main lead. Despite multiple conversations suggestions to improve, Frodo Dachi opted to deflect and took zero accountability for the shortcomings of PNT. We see this in his testimony. Rather than seeking restorative action or solution for the cadets and PPO under him, he simply told people like Paul Hammerstein Jr. that it's just the way it is, but continue pushing. The only accountability Frodo Dachi taken in this case is that he admitted to utilizing AI to create spheres based on his prompt that he inputted. It's no surprise that this pattern of behavior persists within the Frodo sphere. Between the delusion of seeing himself as a major influence by standard measurement that's non-existent in this reality, to the criminal actions that he took during the investigation. Beyond the ethics issues presented, ultimately there is an action of abuse that undermines the fabric of integrity and trust in law enforcement. What's revealed and confirmed through evidence, specifically seen in the People's 2, is that Frodo Dachi abuses privileges as law enforcement to delete photos that are key evidence, not just in this investigation, but as we saw, integral in multiple incident reports. As highlighted in the People's 9, Frodo Dachi's subpoena results, row 389, is a text message Frodo sent stating Samantha Sanders is suing me now too. Within an hour or two of the incident, number 24635, listed in the People's 2. The same incident listed in the People's 2 as one of the incident reports tainted by Frodo Dachi's tampering with the photos. It is also the same incident pertaining to Samantha Sanders' arrest. The People's 2 simply list off the rest of the incidents Frodo Dachi is listed to be involved with, and every single one of them has evidence tainted by Frodo Dachi's action. What brought us to court today is because of these haphazard deletions. Look at the People's 2. We see from the wide net of photos and evidence captured to be selectively restored. And as we've seen in the rebuttal evidence, how it looks like in the Vigi stuff, you can either select or individually delete them. Or select however many, whatever. And yet there remains photos that have stayed deleted since the selective restoration has occurred. The spheres are still deleted. Pictures that were not discovered in the initial subpoenas remain deleted. In the People's 2, on April 1st, Carmine Costello and Kyle Pratt both received photos that were uniquely sent to them. In fact, look at this. In the People's 9, row 404.
I'm going to tell Crane.
Pics sent to Kyle Pratt in a number that matches Alex Shields. This picture remains deleted after selective restorations occurred, and none of the subpoenaed records received this photo. Row 413 in the People's 9. Picture sent to Carmine Costello that remains deleted after other photos were selectively restored. Again. And row 655, you guessed it, between a picture between Frodo and Amron Rose. The follow-up text from Amron Rose, with the number listed, row 657, states if they will get in trouble if they twat that photo from of them dancing. This picture remains deleted. Like the sphere of influence, these photos remained deleted while other photos, whether from other text messages and from many incident reports, were restored. These remained deleted. These photos were deleted in reaction to the investigation and remain deleted to conceal and interfere with the investigation. This can be seen as an immediate benefit to Frodo. Key evidence that are used against him, like the sphere of influence, remain deleted to try to prevent any implications towards him in the investigation. There is benefit to the recipients of these photos because other evidence that was sent to Pred, Costello, Rose, and many more within the subpoena and evidence remained deleted to conceal their co-conspirators' involvement as a protection to them and himself. Consider also that these deletions were made while Frodo was on administrative leave, according to witness testimony, specifically Alan Key and Brian Knight's testimony. While on administrative leave, Frodo had his keys taken and his access understood to be suspended. From Knight's testimony, it is understood that the photos and camera equipment set up to submit and capture evidence is property of the government. The very act of deleting these photos to hide evidence from active investigations against him and his sphere of accomplices, while simultaneously deleting evidence and breaking evidence objects within the MDT and the evidence tab, is in and of itself evidence tampering. More importantly, since he did this while he was on leave and his access and keys revoked, he breached access protocols to the MDT and deleted evidence and selectively restored evidence within the MDT evidence database while he's not authorized to do so.
They needed to really highlight evidence in completely unrelated cases to
by breaching the
him.
access protocols and leaving flows that ultimately broke evidence objects within the MDT's evidence tab and database. This type of MDT corruption can only be accomplished by abusing and exploiting his access to the MDT and the evidence while he was on leave while he was unauthorized to do so. So I ended with this. We asked the court to consider the argument of coincidences, to see the tree and how it builds the proverbial forest of deceit. Was it coincidence that Mr. Frodo sent the spheres out to cadets? Cadets he has to watch over. Was it a coincidence that Bubba J had possession of this picture? That the primary actors in these spheres were shot? A coincidence that Lucifer contacted Bubba J right before the near fatal shooting? Coincidence that Lucifer apologized to Frodo concerning a command question? Coincidence that Mr.
I
Dodge
like
used language
this,
to propaganda
but
and radicalize
I think
others?
these guys
Whether the
kind of
glitch
got a
these
bit
ties
lost
into-
in the
these
sauce.
ties, those matters into evidence being destroyed or hidden through the course of the investigation. Once
From the
is
main
happenstance.
evidence
Twice
tampering and
is
corruption.
coincidence.
But I get the
third-
other
third
stuff.
time, it's enemy action.
I do.
And this enemy action has shown the pattern and architecture of conduct.
Like, it should have been more 50-50. They went a little too much in the other stuff.
Your Honor, members of the court, remember when I painted that picture earlier? The image of the LSPD and the marshals looking into this lake and seeing the pollution and decay and corruption? Well, as we've seen from this court proceeding, that entity was dead set on grabbing that corruption and ripping it from the lake to restore its glorious beauty. Of course, what happened when they reached into that lake? Their hand lunged into the water, causing waves and tides to roll. And with that, the image of the pollution and decay and corruption rolled with those waves. How odd how an image can do that. But as we've come to learn from this case, the pollution and decay and corruption was a reflection. They are reflecting themselves, looking at themselves, rather than go away to clean away the filth and grime and stench of corruption from themselves. They are projecting that onto Frodachi, projecting it with their eyes off, projecting it to take eyes off of their own failings by smearing someone else. It is of the defense's reasonable hopes that the court sees their actions for what they are, a ploy. It can be seen in the evidence of the people's themselves provided. From the first interview with Lucifer, Director Brian Knight directly asks her what corruption is. And as the legal system acknowledges it as a heinous act of the penal system, yet every single warrant and subpoena request fails to list this as a reason for their search. And by Brian Knight's testimony, saying that he had no knowledge of understanding of what he was going to be going for here. He knew from the very first interview, Your Honor. Now, certainly this could be attributed not to having all the facts for it, but isn't it rather fitting that they knew that this charge was what they wanted to go for Frodo before even gathering any of this evidence? This swamp monster of law enforcement slings its mud, Your Honor. The defense also highlights Let's see. Oxby claiming that PNT was the lead and Frodo was thus the lead, yet he obviously was
The
reporting to a
bait
lieutenant
you
as well,
did is
based
still
on their chain
working.
of command,
Yeah.
as they went through ad nauseum. I'd also like to point out Lucy Furr's interview.
We suspected of a crime, and the crime could not have therefore become probable cause.
Bubba felt targeted and being shot at. Knight was wanting to know who shared that opinion. Lucy didn't know. Knight was also then saying that, or really pointing it to, wouldn't it be reasonable if Frodo mentioned it? And Lucy said no. Frodo never mentioned any of that. This is the prosecution trying to point all blame towards Frodo Daci, despite all their shortcomings. He said in his explanation that Frodo doesn't have motion. But how is that possible when these fears are framed as some sort of hit list? Your Honor, this just all stinks to high heaven. I'm really hoping I got that all out quickly. And hold on, I didn't breathe for a second. Hold on, I'm catching up to myself.
What's the Raid Shadow Legends one?
I'd also like to highlight Omar Little's testimony, particularly. Actually, I'll just highlight his testimony, but just there's a portion of it where Omar Little said on record that he would go and talk to individuals to get them whatever they wanted to say for what the marshals want to do. So, oh God, I really applaud the folks that are going to be his next part.
I'm gonna catch your phone.
All right.
Does Paul think cops should fucking lie?
This guy's stupid. Yes.
We will need a very quick sidebar, Your Honor. I'm very, very sorry. Very quick.
Better be quick. The world's about to explode.
Anything else?
Last 60 seconds during Paul's closing. Count.
I didn't even bother taking the closing down. I'm already at 4,000 words.
I'm taking a sphere gate photo. You know?
You gonna run it through AI?
No, it's just like, I wanted to show the size of the spheres, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Really,
on
a
the other side, you've
sphere?
got
Yeah, there's
Woody PD and a faceless asset.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Hey.
Coaching Paul.
You know what's? You want to hear what's really funny? You know why I said corruption during the interview with Lucy? Literally wasn't even the back of my mind. I threw that in there as bait to see if they would spiral, like if she would go and tell anyone, and it went all the way to this court case.
Threw that bait into the ocean.
Yeah. Oh man.
Okay. As I was saying, thank y'all for your diligence. Why you got a gun out, Wayne?
Gravy shot me.
Oh,
You
yeah.
fucking, why me? Why me?
Arrest this man! Arrest this man! I knew it the whole time.
Brady tampered with evidence.
How y'all hanging out with a faceless asset? That's crazy.
Yeah, right.
I'll leave the minor no alone.
Rocket smells like marshmallows.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Fell out.
Yo, generational bat chat. That is so crazy. That is, I don't know if I've ever baited that hard before that 4 weeks later it came into a closing. Chat, give me a 1 if you watch that interrogation. Give me a 2 if you haven't. Yo, that is crazy.
My name is Frodo from the Shire. Mud on my boots, fire in my wire. Director Brian Knight, he's after me. Says he knows what I used to be. I used to fart on the radio. Now every room feels like a rodeo. So I keep my face calm, keep my tone low. Hide the truth where the cold winds blow. I told Bubba clean my line. Take that high command off mine. Could saw the shape. Every crack step gave me escape. I deleted files from the police department, pulled every thread, left the room in fragments. I said it was accident, soft and clean, but I know that line was mean and mean. Still I wear that mask when the courtroom stares, hands folded tight like I never cared. If they ask, I stay composed, bite my tongue, keep closed. I know what my own heart knows. Still I sell the version I chose. Frodo from the Shire, built a circle higher, create the sphere of influence, grow the sphere, make it wider by gray. Got a small sphere, mine keeps getting bigger here. Frodo from the Shire, I keep it moving higher. I can hear the gavel fall, I can feel the truth hit the wall. Every word I place on trial leaves a little scar behind the smile, but I'm still standing in the flame, saying less but wanting the
Oh, new
same.
vocals.
If the ink gets wiped, if the record clears, then maybe I can face my years. Frodo from the Shire, built a circle higher, create the sphere of influence, grow the sphere, make it wider by gray. Got a small sphere, mine keeps getting bigger here. Frodo from the Shire, I'll join ODPD after expungement clears.
Yo, these tracks are so much fun.
Sirens cut the block tonight. Smoke hangs low on broken glass. Brian Knight on the line says the moment came too fast. They make the claims, they play the part, but every lie starts to crack. Keep your head, keep your heart. We're not built to turn back. Hands up high, stay in place. Hold the line, don't lose face. Every step is measured now. No one falls, no one bows. Strap up, Veronica, it's your time. Run through the field.
This is the best track.
Get on the ground, EMS. Get on the ground, EMS. Strap up, Veronica, it's your time. Save the day, don't cross that line. Get on the ground, EMS. Get on the ground, EMS. Eliza stands under the smoke. Flora says you're not that name. Words hit hard then fall away. In this night they all look the same. No more fire, no more shame, no more chasing ghosts and blame. We can pull each other through if we choose a better way. Hands up high, stay in place. rain, name the pain. If the night comes down again, we'll be standing not the same. Strap up, Veronica, it's your time. Run through the fear, draw the line. Get on the ground, EMS. Get on the ground, EMS. Strap up, Veronica, it's your time. Save the day, don't cross that line. Get on the ground, EMS. Get on the ground, EMS.
Dude, I love these tracks so much. They're so... They add a vibe. I don't really care. I'm gonna be real. I don't really care what people say about AI. AI is fun as fuck to use. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody's job going away. La na 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 la 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 wow 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 wow. Blah 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 blah. All right, this is going to be a quick quest, chat. I got to pick up one item and dip. I like to do a little bit of Tarkov every night and morning just so like I can finally beat this game. And I think this weekend I'm going to be ready for the final terminal mission. I enjoyed the court case. I think it was a bit too pronounced on keep in mind, this is Wayne's first big case, and I think it's reasonable that a newer prosecutor is going to lean on asking more questions, because you're gonna fear, right, that what you know in your mind is not going to be necessarily understood by the oh shit, that's the goons. That's got to be the goons. Luckily they shot early, so we're gonna avoid. That's got to be the goons. But he'll learn from that. I think it was good. I think half the questions could have been minimized and focused more on a couple things, but yeah, he'll get there. Yeah, he's transitioning from lawyer arc to prosecutor arc. So I'm not too concerned with that. You live and learn. I don't think it's really worth over criticizing beyond that. We just have to make sure he gets I think he knows, having done it. I mean, here's the thing. Jong is smart enough to, having done the court case, I think he, on his own accord, is going to realize I can keep it more succinct. Practice makes perfect. It is what it is. It's easier as the person sitting back, you know, as a viewer like me today, to like overthink on it. But the reality is there's not enough. Very few people are going to go through enough prosecution rounds to know exactly what the level needs to be. Because the thing too is you have to keep in mind, a lot of these guys have gone through very, very, very different experiences with very, very, very different judges. And some want it one way, some want it a different way, and that's fine. We'll see what, where Crane's mind lands in all of it. I would say, RP's been good. Oh my god, the goons are chasing me. The goons are chasing me. Let me get stamina. I'm somehow alive. They should be chasing me right now. Oh my god. Dude, do they endlessly chase you? They chased me all the way from spawn. I just need to pick up one item on that island and then I get to extract. That's literally all I need to do and then I'm going to bed. You know what's crazy? There's so many annoying Tarkov quests. There's like a handful of annoying Tarkov quests that you feel like you spend most of your time doing. And then by the time you do them, you're such high level and you have so much money. And now all of a sudden, most of your quests are like, go into the map, get this one thing, and then leave. Oh my god, they killed me at the end. You have to be fucking shitting me! Bro, they chased me that far with their fucking, like, imbalanced fucking aim? Bro, no way. No way. That guy, oh my god, they killed me. Oh my god, that's crazy. Holy shit. Do 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 do. Maybe just a random shotgun, bruh. I'll do one more. Fuck it. Might as well get this done now. Fucking bullshit ass bullshit, man. The reason I'm not bringing like gear with me is like I'm tired and I literally have to pick up one item and then fuck off. So like, what's the point? There's so much shit. There's a Babylonian parking division stock book. Okay. This is the amount of materials that they got. Bro, these guys went fucking ham. I didn't realize this shit was so damn complex. The Babylonian economy is stagnant due to low money circulation, limited spending incentives, and uneven wealth distribution. Most citizens just earn enough for contracts for food. While businesses like Chrome hoard large amounts of Babylari without reinvesting, trapping liquidity. With few goods on civilians, prefer saving over spending, and slow weekends further choke income flow. The result is a divided economy, wealthy business owners sitting on capital low. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Faceless. Oh, it doesn't search by words. The Roof Runners Guild. Glory to the HVAC. I imagine that thing didn't last very long. Oh, yo, this is the book. Yo, that's that old as fuck book, bro. Sword of Two Masters. There was once a man named Kashtu, a general, feared in battle, respected in council, loyal to the Babylonian crown. He had served kings Amel, Marduk. Story to it. I mean, it's cool that they have this stuff, chat. I mean, without this, no one's gonna... People are more likely to remember New Babylon because it eventually ends and is investigated and is known because of these documents of what they did, rather than just disappearing into the ether. You know what I mean? Yo, I'm going straight to bed. Fuck this shit. Oh, wait. Yo, I swear every time I yell at the queue, it loads me in. That's crazy. Fucking Nikita sitting over there like, oh my God. And of course, we have to run over to Narnia again. Man, these streams have been very long. Oh my God, we're actually in Narnia. Let's go this way. Oh, nice game, dude. I mean, it makes sense. We're not going to be able to grab the body through the... You know, there's so many bugs in this game, but that's the one thing that they made work right. Fantastic. There's going to be a player over here. It did kind of sound like the explosion was far away, so maybe we got lucky. You might wonder, Medi, why don't you just go full Giga Chad and complete these missions with all your gear and 60 million rubles? The reason is you take when some of these quests, and this is what's so strange, I feel like some quests you need to be decked to the teeth and you probably aren't going to make it. Other quests are like you literally just need to speed, you're on your way to one location, pick up an item and leave. And yes, you can hyper gear up. And yes, you could do other things, but it's not like efficient, right? Why throw away gear for a quest that if you succeed 9 out of 10 times, literally just consists of running to a spot, grabbing an item and leaving, right? If you bring loot, number one, you're slower. Number two, like gearing up and getting in. Say what you want. It's still going to take you like 5 minutes versus 30 seconds. You're going to have something in your mind that's going to be like, ooh, I have to play a little slower. You're probably going to end up looting, blah, blah, blah. You fucking bring a pistol, you're forced. You're going in, you're getting your fucking shit, and you're fucking dipping. You know what I mean? Wait, did I already do this quest? I already did this quest, chat. I was like, wait a minute. I literally already did this quest. What the fuck am I doing? Oh my God. I did this morning. I literally did this morning. I needed to go to Lightkeeper. Oh my God. I should. Now I gotta do Lightkeeper. Now I gotta do it. Now I gotta do it. I can't not. Do 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 do. Diddle 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 diddle. Fuck it. In and out, boys. Yeah, the new spawns in Lighthouse are kind of sick. I think the new spawns are going to be really... I like the new spawns. Some people are going to get access. The good thing about the new spawns is, like, I actually think they're good. I think some people are just being dumb. Like, Lighthouse has very spread... it makes Lighthouse worth a lot of money. I'll show you why. This is my opinion. Now, if you go to Lighthouse, if you spawn here, you farm this shit and you can dip. If you spawn here, you can loot all this shit. This guy loots all this shit. This guy now loots this shit. These people, like, they might be like, oh my God, I can't go in this area. Bitch, if you spawn here, loot this. If you spawn here, loot Lighthouse. If you spawn here, do Chalet. And if you spawn here, you don't need to go here. You don't need, you're choosing to go here. You loot, exit. Take this. If you spawn here, loot here, exit. Not every time you spawn, do you need, like, you should be playing off your spawn, right? A lot of people on this map, and I think this is why a lot of people don't like Lighthouse, if they spawn here, they're like, oh my God, I need to go here and do these quests. No, you don't, bitch. If you spawn here, just get what you need and exit here, exit here, exit here. If you spawn here, loot this and exit. That just meant you had a short raid. And now you do it again. You don't have to go here. And if you're forcing yourself here, you're spending all this time and risk to get here just to get destroyed anyways. That's what people were doing. And so that I think those same people were like, man, these new spawns here are shit. And I'm just kind of looking at it like, no, if you spawn here, like if I replay and I've got quests here, if I don't spawn here, I'll do a loot run. Eventually I spawn here, I do my quest and I get the fuck out. Previously, if you had quests here, you'd spawn here 80% of the time, and now you have to hope you don't die making your way here, have very annoying, especially as a bear, cracking into this facility, and then you get the quest, and now there's like 10 minutes left in the raid, and now you're leaving. I think some people try to play like the game, like, and trust me, I played with a lot of folks. Some people, in their mind, they need to clear the map. They need to get everything possible into their knapsack and need to they're aiming to maximize perfect amount of loot. And for me, I don't know, maybe I just play the game different. For me, I'm like, I'm going in. Oh no. Chat, I just saved ourselves from dying. I didn't have a DSP with me. I just remembered. Like, in my mind, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do what I need to do. If I'm not in a good enough spot for the thing I need to do, I would just make it a loot run. That's it. I would literally just make it a loot run. Like, granted, right now, I'm gonna, no matter what, I'm gonna go to Lighthouse, but that's because I'm decked as shit. I can literally murder anything I need. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I don't know. Yo, do you think... Yo, what the fuck is this?
Hundreds of birds swarm a house. Then they do something amazing. They fly right into the chimney. It's an invasion.
This fireplace is where the birds made entry into the home. They flew in by the hundreds and left a wave of chaos and destruction.
Look there, they're lining the windowsill with wings furiously flapping. They also attach themselves to the ceiling.
There were birds coming out of everywhere. It was insane.
Carrie lives in the home in Torrance, California. She says she called animal control, but was told simply to leave her doors open. But the birds wouldn't budge.
And they were just bouncing off your head.
Patrick Belleville is Carrie's mom's boyfriend.
As soon as I walked in the door, I was looking for Alfred Hitchcock.
It really was a lot like Hitchcock's The Birds, where the birds wreak havoc on a California...
That's great. Oh, you know about this guy? This guy's doing like Oh, is he? He has 240 kilometers left. And he's done 130 miles. Yo, thank you, Gooey. $35 hours. Wait, he's done 129 miles and he has 250 to go. So wait, what is he doing? He's doing.
You can change it. In fact, I want to make sure you can remote in and do that. I need your operator to do it.
Dass das nochmal gut und wichtig ist, um seinen Ghost-Strecke alleine laufen. Es ist
Leben leidet darunter oder wird auch weniger.
Wo andere Leute noch hin wollen. Ne, und auch quasi.
Wait, what the fuck are these shoes?
Weil er ist auch eine riesen Motivation für die Menschen da draußen. Ich meine, jeder spricht gerade über diesen Jungen. Die einen fragen sich, ey, schafft.
Ey, du das Shit. Leute, weil er halt ein bisschen drückt.
Where is he running? He's BPM maxing? That's crazy. Dude. Oh my God, quick. All right, I'm going to bed, guys. I love y'all. I'm going to see you tomorrow. This is taking way too long.